opportunity came into my life a little about 4 years ago. And there was a time where I was still working full time, and I've actually been doing that for very long, 15, 17 years. And I remember that at that time, I really didn't think that I would want to get involved in any other thing other than the life I had. I just became a mom at that time. So I have a 4-year-old now. And, it's been a really wild ride for me coming from a corporate background, not knowing anything else other than working for someone else. I am now my own boss, a global entrepreneur. For me, this is something that truly has changed my life. And around 2 years ago, I made the biggest career move of my life, which was to end my 17 year of corporate career to focus to building my global business. And this is something that, over the last 4 years, I feel that's been such a huge blessing. That's why for me, I think it's a real honor and privilege to be the person to be sharing with you what this could potentially do for you. So for today, I'm just going to quickly jump onto a presentation that I have prepared so that I could share with all of you some information really quickly. Here we go. This is the company that you are here to find out about. The name is called jeunesse. Now, jeunesse is a French word and it means youth. Now, for all of us, I'm sure you would agree that we want to look young, stay young, feel young. And this is something that every one of us, regardless of color, creed, or race, would want. In the background of all of this, we really are in the time where there's a global convergence between technology, globalization, and also the way that economics are now being shaped. Technology, as we know, has completely changed our lifestyles and all the options we have as far as the things that we used to take for granted, like communications. Like the way I'm talking to you right now, I'm using technology, and we're actually able to communicate no matter where you are in the world, as long as there is internet. And we all know that globalization is here to stay. We are all part of a global village, as I call it, because there are no more boundaries that really separate you and I, except the one that exists in our heads. All of that meant that businesses have to take a really serious look at how they really can operate, not just now, but also for their long term sustainability. We are looking at really a whole new way of making money, not only the quality of money, but also the speed at which money is being made. This doesn't just apply to businesses out there, because it also applies to you and I as individuals. And why would I say that? That is what we're here to discuss today, because through Jeunesse, you will now have an opportunity to relook at how your life will be shaped for the future. This beautiful picture over here, really, these three people are the ones who have put together what Jeunesse is all about for so many of us today. Meet our founders, Randy Ray and Wendy Lewis, husband and wife team. Between the two of them, they have more than 20 years, 40 if you add them both up, 40 years of experience in using technology to empower businesses to build their business all over the world. Randy is a technology expert. He's also an extremely kind-hearted and generous-hearted human being who has really touched the lives of many people across the world. Wendy herself, very, very shrewd businesswoman, but also a heart of gold. And she's the one who really, together with Randy, creates and put the heart and soul of this company. To the left of Wendy is Scott Lewis, who is the Chief Visionary Officer. This is her son. And he is handsome, no doubt, but he is also very dynamic and visionary. He has been leading the company in the forefront, traveling all over the world, working with leaders all over the world to make sure that Jeunesse has become a truly phenomenal force to reckon with by everyone. So today, we are a 6-year-old company going 7, because we were created in 2009. In this short period of time, Jeunesse is already now shipping to over 130 countries and territories. Now, what does this mean to you and I who is looking at this point in time? It's actually quite phenomenal to have a company who is able to achieve that. Because if you and I think about it, just imagine that you and I are starting a business. If I were to do my business starting from where I used to come from, Singapore, and try to perhaps reach out to Australia or Malaysia or any other country, the process is really quite complex. But here we have a company who is already able and have set up a technology as well as a logistics infrastructure that can reach to over 130 countries and territories. What that means for me when I first looked at it is that, wow, I now have the opportunity to dip into a global pot of honey. If I'm Pooh Bear, I would be really, really happy. So what that means is that the company found a way to consolidate global resources at our fingertips. We also have a very powerful cash flow management system that allows you to handle transactions across all these countries and territories. Mind you, it's not just one or two different currencies. We're talking about multiple different currencies over different payment gateways. And obviously, being able to ship door to door for all our customers meant that this company has this truly powerful global logistics management platform. We have 40 over warehouses all over the world to serve these 130 countries and territories, and that is something truly phenomenal. So what we have in our hands is a company that has challenged the way most people think about how businesses can be done. In the 2016 Direct Selling News Global 100 ranking list, Jeunesse was top 20. In fact, we were number 18. And this is such a proud moment for the company and all the distributors who are involved in this, because we have really come a long way. I remember when I joined the company about 4 years ago, the ranking we were at was number 84. And every year we would outdo ourselves. But last year we were in 38 and now 18. So that's a 20 places jump. This is by no means a small feat for a company as new, as young, and dynamic as Jeunesse to be able to move through the ranks and now be counted as one of the industry giants, standing along the side of companies who are more than 40, 50 years old. We are also one of the companies in the world who have taken less than 10 years to reach the $1 billion mark. We are also the very first in the direct selling industry to have achieved that milestone. I am incredibly proud and very, very humbled to have the opportunity to ride on this wave that Jeunesse has created. And I hope that you are on this call with us. You are also excited about being a possibility in this wave. Let's take a look at what makes us so special. One of the things that make us so unique and the reason why we're able to scale and grow so quickly is the fact that we have a very powerful youth enhancement system. We're a company that specializes in anti-aging technologies, and we're not just talking about the run-of-the-mill type of anti-aging skincare or supplements. We're really talking about a very cutting-edge youth enhancement system that contains technologies that allows our cellular management to really be vastly improved. So right here you can see that we have a system of products that are designed to work synergistically to help you to manage the whole aging process. We work with some of the top talents and brains in the anti-aging industry, such as the gentleman you see here, Dr. Nathan Newman. If you Google him, you would see that he's one of the most widely sought after experts in adult stem cell technology in the world. And he himself is extremely humble, successful, a very beautiful human being, if you ask me. I've had the privilege to meet him several times. And he truly wants to help people to not just look young, feel young, but to live young. So the partnership between Dr. Nathan Newman and Jeunesse is like a match made in heaven. And he is only one of the few members on our medical advisory board. And we work with several other very distinguished doctors and scientists in our field as well. What they're able to do, all these doctors are able to do, is to help us to develop some really unique products that truly set us apart from our competitors. For example, we are able to put more than 200 growth factors into our adult stem cell skincare range, Luminous. Now, what are growth factors, you might ask? Well, growth factors are essentially what makes our cells talk to one another. So when you and I were young, well, I'm still young. I'm only 42 years old. So when we were young, our cells literally are very active and are constantly working and are talking to each other. There are more than 60 trillion cells in every one of our bodies. And for our bodies to operate as we want it to, healthily, optimally, they these cells really need to have a very powerful communication system, and growth factor is the way that they do so. But as we age, our cells will get damaged and it will slow down, they will decay, and eventually they will die. And in the process of this, the growth factors become less effective. So what our doctors have been able to do is to put 200 of our growth factors into our products, so that when you are applying the products onto your skin, it not just work on the surface evidence of aging, like the wrinkles, like the saggy skin. What it does is it penetrates into the deepest layers of our skin, so that it activates our skin's natural ability to heal, to repair, and to rejuvenate. Now, that is truly exciting, because it is not just a single product. We're talking about a whole system of skincare that is designed around the philosophy that harnesses our body's own natural ability to heal. And here you have a very simple yet powerful and effective system that will work across the board for all genders. So let's take a look at a third-party laboratory studies that was conducted based on the usage of our Luminous products. In the entire study, all the men and the women, both men and women, yes, 100% of them said that they will recommend the products to their family and members. And you and I know that we will only recommend nothing but the best to our loved ones. The majority of them, the vast majority, more than 80%, felt that their skin would look younger. They saw an improvement in skin luminosity and smoothness, and also felt an improvement in skin firmness. Let's take a look at what this looks like in pictures. Over here, we have a lady, a before and after picture of her using our products. And you can see that the blue lines, that these are actually indications of aging signs such as deep lines, fine lines, and pigmentation. And after more than 50 days of using our product, she experienced a 65% decrease in the fine lines and deep lines on her face. Now, this is actually a real improvement and not just something that's chemically triggered. For the gentlemen, good news, you use the exact same products as the women we get, and you will also benefit from it tremendously. And this gentleman here experienced a 52% improvement in the quality of his skin. If you look at this picture, you will see that these changes are not just temporal. This particular picture is not part of the lab study, but she is a very important picture, because this picture basically launched Jeunesse around the world. Please meet Winnie. Winnie, if you're online, a big hello. Thank you so much for allowing yourself to be the guinea pig so many years ago. Winnie was one of the first 5 pioneer distributors of Jeunesse. At that time, there was only one product, our rejuvenation serum. And also, no one has used it. No one's making money. No one knows if this actually works. Being the eldest of the group, she volunteered herself to be the guinea pig, and she used it on half her face for 10 weeks. And the results were dramatic. You know, you can see it with your own eyes in this picture that the 2 sides of her face are distinctly different. But when you see it under a specialist medical equipment, like the picture on the left side, you can actually see what exactly is different other than the surface. This picture is actually taken at the request of a skin cancer specialist who is a wonderful friend of Winnie, and he was excited to see the improvements on the surface, but being a scientist at heart, he wanted to see what's going on under the skin. And there you have it. The side of the skin that is red, that's the side with no product at all. At 62 years old, this is what you would expect your skin to look like. You would see that there's absolutely no more collagen protection layer, and therefore you will see the thin, fine blood veins in our skin, and maybe some inflammation and some damage to the skin that's accumulated over the years. On the other side of our face, however, it's the same face, ladies and gentlemen. You will see that the color, the texture, everything is different. And most importantly, according to the doctor, look at the white spots on her face on that side. Those are actually baby collagen. To have a lady in the 62 years old, to her body to produce fresh collagen is unheard of. We are not biologically designed to do that at 62 years old, because we stop producing collagen and essential proteins when we're in our 30s. So this truly is the first case and first piece of evidence that we can see that we have really shared with the rest of the world what our products can do and the miracles that it can bring. Now, that's only just the skincare. As I mentioned just now, we have a youth enhancement system that contains a series of products and technologies that are put together to help you to manage your aging process. Meet Reserve. Now, Reserve is bar none the best-selling product that Jeunesse has around the world, simply because of its flexibility and versatility and what it can actually do for you. For somebody like me, I met Reserve when I just gave birth, and I was more than 10 kgs above my ideal weight, and I was looking really not my best, and I was looking more than 10 years older than my real age. Quite depressed at that point in time, and really, really very, very blessed to have met Jeunesse and, of course, Reserve and Serum at that point in time. So Reserve actually contains a very powerful polyphenol, which is a super antioxidant, called resveratrol. Now, resveratrol, there's lots of literature out there online where you could find to see that it has a lot of therapeutic effects. It is a naturally occurring compound, and it is now in this packet of Reserve, together with a very powerful formula of other superfruits, which our doctors put them together. We have acai berries, cherry juice, grape extract, aloe vera, pomegranate, green tea, blueberry. All of these are currently some of the most highly sought after fruits and superfruits that our doctors and nutritionists will ask us to eat more of. So now you have all of that goodness in one little sachet, and you could take it on a daily basis to help you to improve your overall well-being, to boost your immunity, to clean out your gut. And that's what had happened for me. It really improves your biotic function. Pardon me. And it is really something that can help your children, or even if you're dealing with some health conditions, it will help to improve the body's ability to heal and to repair. So this is truly something that has changed the lives of many, many people just on a product level. And those are the only two of the many products that we have in our entire range. Now, today I won't be able to go through everything, but what is exciting about this, when I finally got to use the products and saw the wonderful effects on myself, is that I started to ask myself this very simple question. If I could be a happy consumer, what would happen if I can help other people take care of themselves better as well? And that is what Jeunesse offers you. If you are interested to take care of yourself, fantastic. You're looking at some of the most exciting products that you can find in the anti-aging sector in the long, long time. But what you also find is that besides being a happy consumer, you can also give yourself a chance to build some wealth. Or at the very least, you'll be consuming our products for free if you're willing to look at the business model. So let me share with you the business proposition that Jeunesse offers. Jeunesse gives us 6 streams of income. You could either pick one or a couple or several, but all of us have equal opportunity to make money from Jeunesse business model from 6 different ways. Let me quickly go through with you. When you join the company as a distributor, you will have actually a full business suite that contains a personalized website, and everything is already prepared for you to start this global e-commerce business. When you have friends who see that there's a difference in you after you use the products, or they might be excited by the prospect of them actually looking 5-10 years younger and at the same time making some money, they will be interested to buy products. There are 2 ways to do so. One way is to go to your website and purchase them at retail price. And as a distributor, you are actually entitled to wholesale price. So the difference between what they pay and what you are entitled to becomes your profit, and you earn that for every transaction that takes place. But if you're like me, I don't know how to sell products, and I don't really want to earn my friends' profit. I actually want to introduce them to this great product at a really good price. So I invite them to join me as a distributor. And as their sponsor, I would show them the different options. So here you are. In the different markets, we have different package options. These options are put together by the company so that it will help our new customers, our first-time customers, to actually enjoy bigger savings. So in this particular page, you will see the options available for the United States, anywhere from basics package to the ambassador package. As a sponsor, when your friend purchases any of these packages, you get to earn anywhere from $25 to $200. In certain markets where there are bigger packages, the customer acquisition bonus actually goes up to $500. Very exciting for you to build up some quick cash flow if this is what they're interested in. The idea is very simple. If you share the great news of a great way to take care of yourself with other people and it benefits them, you are at the same time also benefiting yourself. It's like a referral fee. The company actually pays you a referral fee for introducing this to other people. What we are doing as distributors, essentially, we are doing word of mouth marketing. A lot of people think direct selling means that I sell to you and I've got to bring the products and go to door. Actually, that's not it at all. What direct selling is about is the manufacturer of the products sell it directly to the consumers like you and I. And in between, whatever they save on the marketing, they save on all the sales commission, they save on all the rest of the, like the retail stores or celebrity endorsements, all of that, when they save it, they now are able to then pay it out to customers or ambassadors like you and I if we give ourselves the opportunity to share this with other people as well. Now, up to this point, I think it is a fairly straightforward business model. And, I didn't quit my job to do this, honestly. My job was pretty comfortable, but what I saw was an opportunity to build something far bigger than what my day-to-day 9 to 5 job could give me. The first thing that really excited me was what we call team commissions. Now, team commissions work very much like the air miles when you are purchasing air tickets. Every time you use your credit card to buy an air ticket, you will accumulate air miles. And over time, you accumulate enough miles for you to exchange for another air ticket or any other benefits that the airline would offer you. Now, in Jeunesse, we do the same. However, it is not just your own consumption whenever you use your credit card. If you are sharing this beautiful product and also business opportunity with people around the world, and your friends will share with their friends, and their friends will go on and share with their friends, you start to actually spread and grow a pretty big network of friends and family who are loyal consumers, and they love our products and they love the opportunity to make more money. So the company helps you to build 2 teams. You can grow 2 teams. It's just like opening 2 separate accounts where you can then start accumulating points. All our products and packages have a points attached to them. These are all fixed. And once you start accumulating the points, the system also starts to track for you how many points you have in each team. In your left and right team, when there's a combination of 300 meeting 600 points, you automatically get paid $35. Now, $35 may not sound very much until you look at the nature at which this $35 can be made. I remember the first time I received my $35, I was actually asleep. I had woken up one morning and I looked into my back office and voila, there was $35 sitting there. And I was scratching my head and I said, what did I do that earned this $35? And I realized as I backtrace it that actually some of my friends whom I have shared with earlier on, they had gone on to share with other people. And these people were doing that while I was sleeping. So would it be nice for you if you were able to build a vehicle. You have a vehicle that allows you to make money while you are sleeping, while you are spending time with your children, while you are doing things that you would be doing if you were not working, but at the same time you have a chance to make money. Would that be something that you would like? I actually was very, very excited by that prospect. And also the idea of leveraged income, because leveraged income means I don't just depend on my own effort to make money. There's only one of me. But if I have many, many excited friends who are really excited to help people to change their lives and their health, then that means that I have the opportunity to work with a team of really fabulous people to help more people around the world. Now, the company gives us up to 750 team commissions every week. That works out to be $26,250. How would $26,250 a week change your life? How would it change your life if you had it for a month? Even back in Singapore, where I come from, where it has one of the highest per capita income in the world, there are people who still do not make that money in a year. So for me, this is truly a level playing field for anyone of any background to come into this picture. And as long as you're willing to work hard, as long as you're willing to give yourself a chance, you have every opportunity to make this kind of money for yourself. There is no income claim whatsoever. There's no guarantee that you will make that, but there is the guaranteed possibility that you will be able to really create a very, very decent life for yourself. Now, if that's not enough for you, I know some people say, well, that's more than enough. I could go change a lot of things in my life. Well done. But I was introduced to leadership matching bonus, and this is the one that truly kept me going in this business. Because this is where we start to realize not just leverage income, but the power of team and the power of, working with people who are like-minded. Look at what we have here. You see, level 1 is 20%, level 7 is 5%. What does all that mean? It's actually very simple. Think about in the normal world. Have you ever introduced a friend to a job? Maybe you have. Well, I have done it many, many times. And every time my friend gets hired, I get probably a thank you coffee or a thank you lunch, and that's about it. My friend will go on to get paid every month, a salary, and of course, sometimes they get paid bonus at the end of 1 year. Does all of that have anything to do with me or you for that matter? Nothing. We don't have a cut. We're just happy for them. But in Jeunesse, if you introduce somebody who is passionate about this business, who fall in love with what this business, the possibilities that this business could bring, not just to their own lives, but to the lives of many people around them, you start to see something really amazing happening. So say you sponsor me and I get all excited about the business and I go really work very hard and I share this with as many people as I can, and I'm making $26,250 a week. As my sponsor, you potentially, depending on your rank, you will have the opportunity to also match me for 20%. What that means is every time I get paid a team commission in $35, you get 20%, which is $7. So I keep my 35 and you get paid an extra 7. Wouldn't that be nice? Meaning if I get paid $26,250, you also get paid an extra $5,000 because it is in your interest to help me to be successful. And the people that I show to this business, they are your level 2 and so on and so forth. You will have an interest to help everyone who wants to be successful, be successful. And that is the beauty of the business to me, that we are able to really harness the best in everybody, work together as a team, because all we ever want is for everyone to be successful on this platform. Now, everyone have different definitions of success, but that is why this business is so beautiful, because it will have something for everyone depending where you are in your life. And when you have 5 customers who reorder every month, your 20% gets bumped up to 25. And if you have 10 customers who does that, then it gets increased to 30%. Now that is huge, because originally level 1 was 20, and if you increase that to 30%, it's actually a 50% increase in the amount of money that you're going to have a chance to make. Finally, we're here at something that every one of us, this is like the holy grail for us, because diamond bonus pool is truly something that rewards the human spirit. The company sets aside 3% of the company's global cumulative volume in CV, and this is paid to all the qualified diamond directors every quarter. It is very similar to the concept of a year-end profit sharing, except that that's once a year. And in Jeunesse, we actually pay this diamond bonus pool out every 3 months. So imagine that on top of the business, the money that you're going to make from doing the business, because you are one of the top leaders of the company, diamond and diamond directors and above, you actually have an opportunity to partake in the company's global pool. So let's imagine that you have achieved your diamond director status with your business going to 50 countries. Now, the company is in how many? 130 countries and territories. That's like at 80 countries where you haven't actually touched, seen, or done anything. But as a diamond director, you have the opportunity to partake, to share in all the CV that's generated in the total pool that we have, the total number of countries that we have. Isn't that phenomenal? I mean, this is truly consolidation of global resources to the maximum effect. For you and I, it will be almost impossible if just left to ourselves, because there's only one of you and one of me. But because the company now has the opportunity and the expertise to integrate technology and everything that we know that will speed up this entire process, this is a whole new way of creating wealth, my friends. So all the talk of money will make you very dull and very bored and maybe even very stress at times. But you know what? The company truly celebrates the human spirit and also the fact that we all work hard to fulfill our dreams, and therefore we should have the opportunity to live our dreams. The Jeunesse lifestyle is amazing. 4 years in this company, every single year I've had the opportunity to travel for free, and at least once, and we are not talking about, just Singapore to Malaysia, for example. I'm talking about Singapore to Europe, and I'm in Australia. The next trip that I'm going on is coming up in October to Orlando in the USA. Now, all of these come because you work hard. As you work hard, you get to qualify for all these free trips. Wouldn't it be nice to go on a trip and not have to come back and worry about the bill on your credit card? For me, this is one of the things that I truly enjoy about Jeunesse, the fact that it celebrates the human spirit. It allows us to really not just work hard, but also to bring like-minded people together. We learn together, we grow together, we make money together, and we truly become a global family. So this is truly the essence of a new paradigm. It doesn't quite fit into most of the things that we already know or we're brought up to believe, and it does offer a whole new way of creating wealth. This is an opportunity for you to catch a trend with a proven business system. In the US global system, it truly shows you the way to create your own success if that's what you would like to do. And this is something that is unheard of anywhere else. When I was working in a corporate world, I was often left to find my own way. But in Jeunesse, in this team, the US Global System, USGS team, we actually have the opportunity to have both. We have access to cutting edge technology, not just in products, but also in the way the business is being done. We are able to leverage a global economy and make it our own. This is our chance. This is the best chance ever for you to truly define your own time freedom, financial independence, and enjoy the flexibility and the luxury of having the life of your own design. So if you're listening to this for the first time, I truly, truly welcome you and invite you and urge you, implore with you to please go back to the person who have invited you to come onto this webinar and tell them you want to join this global community. Okay, so we've come to the end of my presentation, but this is actually just the easiest part, and the more exciting things are to come. I want to introduce you to some of my friends all over the world whom I have come to meet through Jeunesse, and it's very exciting whenever I speak to them because their stories, these are real people, real stories whose lives have been impacted and touched by Jeunesse. I want to introduce you to the first person. He's actually not somebody I know because of Jeunesse. I knew him because he's the husband of my very, very dear friend back in Singapore. And he is now, I believe, in Singapore. And I would like to introduce you to Raymond. Are you there, Raymond?
Hello. Hi, Joe.
Hello.
Hey.
My good friends all call me Joe. Yeah. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
You are where? In your room, in your house? Office?
Not really. I'm actually at one of my friend's house. And we're all watching your presentation together. So they're
awesome. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, right, Raymond. So, you yourself, you're so successful. I remember when I met you and met Christy, you're both, high-flying bankers. When I first approached Christy, I honestly did not think she would be remotely interested in the business. I was just telling her about how the products work for us because your wife and me, we both gave birth 3 months apart, and then I was saying, hey, look, I was losing weight with this one. What about you? What are you doing? And so she did, and being the great friend she is, she supported me. But could you share with us, Raymond, what is it that you see that have you ended up quitting your job to do this business full time? That's fascinating.
Yeah, that's great. Maybe I just give you a quick background, everyone. Hi, my name is Raymond. I'm from Singapore. What Joanne is saying is true. I've been working in the corporate world, banking for the last 20 years. I used to do forex trading, but my forex exchange trading, I actually do it on e-commerce. So that's what I've been doing. I guess the past 20 years of work has been great, and I really enjoy it a lot. That's why I stay on to only one industry. But I think it came to a point where me and my wife were thinking, after working 20 years savings for the family, what do we have for ourselves? When the kids grow big, oh, next time when we are two just looking at each other, what should we be doing? And what sort of income are we looking at? Yeah. And to my surprise, both of us had the same vision. So we could actually look at what we're going to become when the kids are all grown up, and want to do something for ourselves. So I was telling her, I said, we can't retire because we are those that always keep ourselves busy. So we ended up looking at opportunities, and you came along and you introduced a great product to Christy, and she fed me with all the oral supplements, which is very smart. And guess what? I somehow kind of like look younger now, I would say. And,
yes.
Yes.
You have a nickname. Call you a boy.
and I started to look at the business, and I was very serious because I was in e-commerce for exchange, so I'm always into e-commerce. So when I look at the platform, it was wonderful, and I can do it in international markets, like more than 130. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
And from there, I just went on and on and on, and then without knowingly, I got so involved, and now I'm doing full time, and I'm really enjoying it.
Beautiful. That is awesome. And I remember you used to send Christy to all these meetings we have, whether it's training, but you never participate in the meetings. You sat outside, and I was thinking, what a wonderful husband, But at some point when Christy said, "Hey, Raymond and I talked about this, and I think he will quit his job to do this," trust me, I was like, "What? Where did that come from?"
Yeah. Caught everyone by surprise.
Yeah, really. It's really, really great to have somebody of your caliber to not just, see the value of the opportunity, but to make it your own. And I think that takes a lot of courage. I salute you, my friend.
Thank you very much. All the guidance. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. So, I am very honored that you are on my team, so we work together. So for you, Raymond, I know that you have like visions for your team and what you want out of this business. Could you share that with us, please?
Yeah, sure. I guess all of us want to kind of like slow down in our work, in our corporate world, because I guess at the end of the day, if we are able to create more value in the time that we invest, that makes sense. But as we age, we know that the physical energy level may not be able to be as good as others, the younger ones. So I always tell my team, I said, look, as long as we do the right things, and we invest, in our time whereby we can create value out of those activities, I think that would be great. So hence, most of us actually pursue this together, because what we want is at the end of the day to build a lifestyle of our own. There's no point having money without any time, honestly, with the family. I guess this is what we are all pursuing.
Yeah, that's really. I remember when I spoke to Christy, that was the thing that she said. I asked her that question. I said, I know you work really hard, you make really good money, so does Raymond, but when are you ever going to stop? She just looked at me and smiled. When are you going to stop and enjoy the money and the lifestyle that you truly deserve? So it's fabulous. Thank you so much, Raymond, for sharing with us.
Nice talking to you.
Okay. Now, love talking to you, and I'll see you soon in 2 weeks I think. Right?
I'll see you in Jakarta.
Yep, beautiful. See you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, the next person that I want to introduce you to, she is in the same continent as me, but in a different city. This beautiful lady, I must have done something right in my life, I always think, to meet all the beautiful people that I have come to meet in Jeunesse. So she is truly one of the angels who have come into my life. I'll introduce you to Bev Woolhouse. Bev, are you there?
I am. How are you going?
Hello. So lovely to see you. And you really look so very intelligent in those pair of glasses.
I know, that's why I put them on.
All right, Bev, I just want to quickly give a bit of a background of your story. But I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. You have, you're at a point of your life where you have really had quite a few years packed in. You've done so many things. You were a professional nurse, and you started your own business, not one, but several. And then you also worked in the corporate world. And eventually, at this point of your life, you find yourself looking at network marketing as your chosen career. That's fascinating to me. Would you share with us, how did you come to that point, that decision, that choice?
Well, like you said, I've done a lot of things. I never, ever felt like I would ever look at network marketing, for the simple reason that I didn't understand it. And I'm one of those people, if someone asks me to do something like that, I would have just said, I've got no time. When do you expect me to possibly do anything else? But it wasn't until, I just realized that through all the working life, I just felt a bit empty. Especially after working in the corporate world, and I know the corporate world can be fantastic, so I'm not knocking it. But for me, it left me feeling very much like I had sold myself out a little bit. That I lost out who I was. I stopped dreaming. I feel like I became what someone else wanted me to be, and not myself. So when I saw this platform, I wasn't sure. I actually thought, like a lot of people do, is this mean I'm going around selling something to someone? And that didn't appeal to me. I'm not a salesperson, as I hear all the time. But you know what? I was at that point where I knew if I kept on going the way I was, in the next 5 years, I was going to be absolutely burnt out, worn out, and not being able to move forward. So I did. I took a bit of a leap of faith. And I just thought, you know what, I've got nothing to lose. And I did keep my corporate job while, I was doing this in the very beginning. So I didn't jump in, all at once. But, the more I got involved, the more I saw it, like you, Joanne, I just thought, I can't stay doing anything else. I have to do this full time. And that's when I got really excited. It's a bit contagious, actually. You get a bit of a smell of the opportunity, and then you just have to go for, full force.
Yeah, especially when the more you immerse yourself in the environment, the more your eyes just open a little bigger, and your mind is open, and you just it's mind-boggling the kind of possibilities we now actually have, don't you think, Beth?
Oh, Joanne, it's that as well as in corporate, I felt like a little bit I was in competition with everyone. Like it wasn't my job to actually encourage anyone or help anyone, which is actually alien to my personality. So it was like when I came to this, I thought, you know what? I mean, for me, it was that being able to jump in and help other people. And whenever you help someone else, obviously you're helping yourself. Yeah. So it was like a win-win. I just felt like I was in this win-win situation. And the more I gave out to other people, the more I was getting back myself. So that's alien to corporate. But for me, it was like my old personality started to come back, and I started to recognize who I was again. And I started to like myself again, and so it just changed everything for me.
Oh, that's awesome. And I know that you have I've had the privilege to meet some of you, to meet online, really, some of your team members across the world, whether they're in Europe or in other parts of Australia, and they all speak very highly of you as, such a loving and compassionate leader. So Bev, I think the last thing I want to ask you is, beyond yourself, I know you have a vision for the people that you're working with. Through this business, what would you like, and how do you see this business helping you to achieve that?
I see that, stuck where we were, we've got an orphanage in Uganda that we actually really do love to support. And so beyond me and my family, I just see the fact that, we can send these young kids to high school. They never would have had that chance to do that. So I guess I stopped dreaming about that. I really did, like a couple of years ago, I just stopped dreaming that I was ever going to be able to do anything to help anyone other than just myself and my family. So what it does, it opens up doors. So if you see a need, you've got a possibility that you can actually fulfill that need for someone else. So where do you get that chance? Because we do, life has made me very self-absorbed for a little while. And now doors are opening and opportunities to bless other people are happening all around me. So what can you say, Joanne? It's a business that, anything's possible.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Bev, so much. You really remind me what our system founder, Kim, and all our senior leaders have taught us, that truly, they've shown us really that love is an ability. It's not, while it's not always about money, but the more resources we have, the more people we can help beyond ourselves. And that's the beauty of this business, isn't it, Bev?
Oh, absolutely, Joanne.
Lovely. Thank you so much for having this chat with me again.
Pleasure.
I love having a chat with you every time, and I do that a few times a week, I know, but it's never enough.
I'll see you in Jakarta as well.
I'll see you soon, darling. Okay, take care. Have a great day. All right, the next person I want to introduce you to is somebody whom, I never thought somebody of his background would ever get involved in a business like this, but I was so wrong. I'm very happy to be wrong. Can I introduce you to Pastor Uzil Gerardo from California, USA. Hi, Pastor Uzil.
Hi, Joanne. How are you?
I am great. Wow, where are you? You're not in your office today. You're outside.
I'm not sure, but we're here though. We're excited and thank you for that amazing. I've been hearing you on the road and it's just been amazing. Like always, you do an amazing job. Thank you, Joanne.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. You're on the road to do what?
Well, I've had a long day. We had church this morning and we had another meeting and now it's like I'm just trying to get home. But we're happy. It's been an amazing day and ready for tomorrow. We start off tomorrow Monday. We're meeting with Samson, our leader, and getting ready for our team meeting. So it's very exciting. We just projected so many things at the same time in church and also in the business. But yeah, we're super excited to be here with you.
Awesome, awesome. Just for those who don't know Pastor Wazil, his name is not Pastor. He is a pastor. That's why I call him Pastor Wazil. And
Yes.
one of the most fascinating thing about Pastor Wazil's journey with Janez is just how this business can bring value to anyone. And if I could borrow Pastor Wazil's story, would you share with our friends online? How did you come to know Janez and what does it make available in your life right now? Please.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Joanne. Hello, everybody. It's excited to be here with Joanne and the team. Well, in the beginning, I had no interest in joining a company or being part of the business, anything like that. What happened was that for years, my wife was struggling with a skin disease. She was going through a very tough time in her life. She had fallen into depression. And for 4 years, Joanne, going through so many situations where we were looking for dermatologists, and all the dermatologists that we went to, they had no idea what was wrong with her. Make a long story short, one day one of my friends, he called me. He's from Florida. He said, "Hey, Pastor, I want to meet you again. Let's catch up." I said, "Of course." He said, "I just have a meeting. I have a meeting, and as soon as I'm done with the meeting, we'll get together. We'll go catch up, get some lunch." So anyway, I show up early to his meeting, and he's having a meeting with our leader, Samson Lee. And I was sitting at the table next to them, and I started, kind of hearing a little bit of what they were talking about, stem cells and, this biotechnology and growth factors. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. My wife and I have been looking for something like this for 4 years. No one's out there. And, all of a sudden, I connected with Samson, and he gave me a bottle of serum. And this is what's amazing, Joanne. I was at the San Gabriel Valley at the Hilton giving this testimony the other day. And in 3 weeks, we've seen a huge improvement on my wife's skin that we did not see in literally 4 years.
Wow.
And I pictured last Wednesday, and they couldn't believe it. They were just amazed. But this is the type of company that we have. This is the type of biotechnology that we can actually get a hold of. And it's not only helped us now, but we were able to help other people as well that are going through the same thing. So this is the way it started. So I called Samson. I said, "Samson, this stuff is amazing. Now I know that there's a business opportunity attached to this amazing product, amazing technology. We want in." And hey, a year and a half later, here we are building teams in Los Angeles, Latin America, in the Philippines, and it's very exciting to be part of this amazing family.
Oh, it sure sounds exciting to me, and I'm so happy for you that your wife and yourself that finally found a way to break through and actually raise your game in life. And that's the next thing for you, isn't it? Because I know that you are constantly working with people. The last time you were in Philippines, you spoke to a congregation of 15,000. There's so many people who are out there waiting for an opportunity like this to come along. So what for you then, Pastor Wazil, is your vision of this business for you?
Well, our vision is to follow the vision of our visionaries. We have amazing leaders, Samson Lee, Kim Hui, Lee Bon Yen. that actually have been to the place that we want to be, where we desire to be. So our vision is connected to their vision. And if I would have a personal vision, it would be, of course, to hit diamond as soon as possible, and also to empower other people to hit diamond. We talked about That's Wednesday. We talked about mindset. I really believe that poverty has nothing to do with income. It has everything to do with a mindset. And
Correct.
if we can help people shift their mind and get a new paradigm and establish a new pattern of thinking, then we can help not only them but their generations to become successful as well.
Wow, that is so powerful. Poverty is a mindset. It's not a dollars and cents. I need to burn that into my brain because it is exactly what it is, isn't it? I mean, Samson is always telling me, look around you, Joanne, there's abundance in life. And then only when you tune yourself into that do you then become a receptacle for everything great that God has provided for us. Thank you so much, Pastor Wazil. And I know you need to
Yes.
run, but thank you for taking the time off to talk to us.
It's always my pleasure, and thank you, Joanne, for everything you do, and everybody else. You guys are all amazing. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
We're all part of USGS. We love you. Bye bye. Take
Bye.
care. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Wow, that's truly one. Every time I talk to our different business partners all over the world, it just reminds me why we choose to put ourselves on this journey. I mean, if you are really listening to all these, I hope that you are really picking out all the little gold nuggets that are being left behind. And the last person I want to introduce you to is a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous lady all the way in Canada, Toronto. She is one of those you would say she has a privileged background and she's well educated, and very successful, very young in her life. But she too has found something special about Jeunesse that appealed to her. And she is now a part of our global team. Can we have Steph Klechan from Toronto to join me? Steph, are you there?
Hello, Joanne. How
Hi,
are you?
beautiful. I'm great. I'm great. Oh, I've never seen you put your hair down. You look stunning.
Thank you. It's grown a little bit, so I'm happy.
Wonderful. I miss your Mickey Mouse, though. The Mickey Mouse poster in the back.
I know, a little bit different of a setting today.
You're not at home. Where are you today?
I'm in Ottawa today. So it's basically a 4-hour drive from where I live, Toronto.
Okay, great. Now, today we've had a few people. We've had, I'm middle-aged. Raymond is middle-aged. Pastor Ozil and Bev are, well in their retirement age, but doing something powerful with their life. But you are the other extreme. You are such a young. What are you? Generation X, Y, or Z?
I mean, I may be a little bit younger than you folks, but I think when it comes to the mentality and the mindset of where we're all headed, we're really on the same path together.
Absolutely, yeah. So, Steph, why don't you share with everyone online, a little bit about your background and also what you saw in Jeunesse that excited you?
Sure. So, thanks for having me on.
Oh,
I guess
pleasure.
to my background, we do have kind of a similar background. We both worked in corporate.
Yes.
And what kind of opened my eyes as to this business is my father. My dad is the career guru of our entire family, has always been the entrepreneur. And he said to me, I noticed that you're working really hard, you're passionate about what you're doing in life, but really think about yourself and how you want to enrich your own lifestyle and touch the lives of others. And so he told me about this business, this global business that really, I reckoned with because of the global convergence, like the first slide you had shown to us, is, the ability for everybody in the world to really tap into a global online shopping platform that is just only on the rise and beginning. And, I realized in the company that I worked for before, it was all about online e-commerce. A lot of our companies were closing down their brick and mortar stores because they were making so much money online. Didn't make sense to pay rent and pay employee salary. So I realized, my gosh, a huge global shopping trend going on right now there's a way to tap into it on an individual level. So that's what really got me excited. I already kind of saw the trend coming, and to understand at an individual level how powerful it is, the momentum, like you said, that's going on in this company is truly unreal. So that's kind of what, opened up my horizon into it and really got me excited.
Oh, that's really cool. So what are you going to do with this opportunity? What I understand that you've actually left your job to now focus on this. A bold move, it's like, but there's no good time to do such a thing. When you feel that it's right, you go for it. Don't you agree?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like, it's like everybody is from different corners of the world that we all just came on as panelists. So obviously global is exactly where all of us are shooting for. And just to be able to open a mindset for everyone, like, everybody of your age is kind of sick and tired of working every single day, and,
to say.
like you're trading time for just money, So I think to be able to kind of spread this mindset across the younger generation as well, that may not be sick and tired yet, but just to understand there's a lot more to life than what we've been taught in school, at least, to open up the horizons is really what I would love to really empower others to do as well.
And that is what is so exciting for me to be speaking to someone like you, Steph. That you see, it took me 17 years. I had to get to a point where I'm sick and tired before I would open my mind to something different. But for you, you're not even 30, and you have already seen life in a whole different way. And I'm so excited for you. And I think there's so much work we could do. There's so many people we could actually spread this message to. And I know that you are doing exactly that, starting not just with your hometown, but you're also expanding beyond Canada. So, you know what? This is just the beginning, huh, Steph?
If you think about it, a lot of millionaires out there, they say in order to get to that level, if that's where you desire to be, you have to have different income revenues coming along. You can't just focus on one or two. Like, we have so many bills coming from so many areas. It's got to be the same thing for our revenue as well, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Whether you want to be full-time or whether you just want a little bit of extra income on the side, it really is, important to kind of understand and open up the horizons to what the other options are in life, to be honest.
Oh, you fill me with so much hope. With people at your age group thinking the way you do, and with so many of us going out there and spreading the word, I think we're just going to completely not just touch lives, but I think we'll change the world. We'll change the way people see what's possible in life, and that's exciting for me. Thank you, Steph, so much for holding the torch for your generation.
Thanks for having me, Joanne. You're beautiful as always. So happy to be on with you.
It's always a pleasure. Connecting with like-minded people is one of the most beautiful experiences anyone can go through. So thank you. Enjoy Ottawa, darling. I'll see you very soon.
All right. Have a great one.
Bye. You too. Bye. All right. So, we have many, many more of such friends in our USGS global family all over the world. And I would love to bring them all to meet you. But today, we only have time for 4 because we need to move on to something even more exciting. For me, one of the most beautiful things about this platform is the fact that we have so many people working together, rooting for each other's success. And the next person, the next guest feature speaker is somebody who's grown to be really a part of my family. He's like a big brother, not just to me, but to so many people around the world. He is one of the first 5 distributors who started the Jeunesse journey, and we're all today enjoying a big part, the fruits of what he has actually planted right from the beginning with 4 other friends. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome our Double Diamond Director, all the way in Los Angeles, Mr. Samson Lee. Samson, are you there?
Hello, Joanne. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. I'm so happy to see you because it means I can pass the baton to you. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
All right. I'll let you take over, all right?
Great job. And, as cheerful as always. And incredible information. Excellent. And we had great panelists, and really congratulate a very successful webinar today so far.
Our pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll hand the mic over to you.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Right.
I'll see you soon. Talk to you offline later. Bye now. Well, folks, Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. This is Samson, like Joanne said, from Los Angeles, California. Very fortunate to be one of the first people in the business, and it has changed my life. For those of you first time on the webinar, let me go ahead and share with you a little bit about my background. I've been a business owner in Southern California for more than 20 years. Was in real estate, in retail. I used to have 3 furniture businesses. I made money, but also lost a lot of money. I changed careers to be an auctioneer, and a little bit more than 6 years ago, a very dear friend of mine, she's already extremely successful, Kim Hui, asked me if I want to, start a business with her, working with this company called Jeunesse. But at the time, never really make any money in this kind of business. I was curious, but you know what? I needed to make money. That was my first reason. Because once you had money and lost it all, man, that really changes you, and that gives you a whole new perspective of what life, should have been. So I took massive action with my friend Kim and countless others, I would say, incredible entrepreneurs, people who have amazing spirit to get something more out of life than, what other people tell them. Well, we embarked on this journey a little bit more than 6.5 years ago. And the rest is history. Joanne shared with you, Jeunesse is this company, just a little bit more than 6.5 years. Last year, we did more than $1 billion US dollar in sales, 100 plus countries around the world. Folks, this is something special, and I cannot say it enough times, and it has changed my life. I became debt free and really, really having the time of my life. But not only making money, because I was very recently, a few months ago, I was traveling overseas, which I do, every month, and one of my business partners said, "Samson, you make a lot of money. Are you happy?" Well, my thing was, I thought about it for 1 second, but that 1 second was actually pretty quick. And I responded is that, money doesn't make me happy, but it makes it easier. It's about living life on a daily basis, doing the things you are proud to do, you're happy to do, that you're passionate to do, that makes you happy. So, it gives it all, this business, a new perspective of what it's about. Yes, we can make money with this global platform, sometimes more than we can imagine, but this journey itself is priceless, because today I want to share with you, a little bit more information than what Joanne shared. And what Joanne did was amazing. Everything that she said is right on point, sharing this idea of this opportunities platform that Jeunesse has that enables so many people around the world to put just so little money in a business and really create something incredible in their lives. Again, yes, it's money, but it's more than that. So today I'm going to share with you, just from a business owner perspective, of what I see, how I compare this business versus others. And then immediately after that, I'm going to keep it pretty short, as I can. But immediately after that, we're going to have a very special guest today. And somebody that I really respect. Well, maybe I cannot tell you more, but maybe when the time comes, okay? So I'll go ahead and start my little PowerPoint here to talk about what Jeunesse means. And, let's, in a way, I can say is it an analysis? Yeah, maybe it's a way, analysis of what Jeunesse e-commerce business platform is and what it can do. It is a platform. Today I was talking with a very, very educated gentleman. He's very successful in what he does in technology, and also in science and being an entrepreneur. And we were just sharing. I was describing to him the idea of what Jeunesse is. What does this platform mean? Because a lot of people misunderstand Jeunesse as a different business. For example, restaurants business. There's all kinds of restaurants. Some people think all restaurants are alike. No, they're all different. And Jeunesse, seem like one type of business, but it's more than that, because every company is unique, and Jeunesse is extremely unique. Well, Jeunesse, it's a business. It's a real business for the people who want more in life. And the question is, who doesn't? Well, some people are happily content, I don't know, with what they have. Maybe it's at the point in their life they don't know any better. And that was for me. I still remember, I want to be an entrepreneur because I don't want somebody else to determine my income at a job. I figured that, you know what, I'm smart enough, I'm hardworking enough, I'm sure I can make money more than what I could get at a job. And at the same time, my hope was to achieve some freedom. I was one of those people, and as countless people around the world. So, but at a job, well, you know, you need to be educated or educated to do a job. You got to work hard and hope that you have a balanced life. But you still got to answer to the boss. You know, you're making a salary, you know, which is limited, determined by your boss. Okay, and you know, traditionally, we're told that, you know, at a job we have job security. But I think the reality is today, you know, it is not the case. Nothing is secure. There is no security because the world is changing so fast. And the idea of, you know, good economy, bad economy, finding a job, not having a job, well, you know, and the idea of being laid off, nobody likes that. So then, you know, there is a change, and that's what Joanne talked about, this new paradigm that we are living in. So, and from there, you know, I want to be a business owner. Well, as a business owner, I, you know, want to work, but I learned the business through my life experience, or I used my life experience in the past to do a new business that I heavily invested in. But from there, suddenly, as a business owner, I need to work hard as most business owner. And the question of balanced life, having personal freedom or unlimited income potential, well, that's what we hope. You know, hope that we can create our own business model, whatever business we're in. But at least one thing, our destiny is in our own hands. We make our own economy and we look for opportunities. So Jeunesse Global, what is that? Well, Jeunesse Global, we have an opportunity here using an online platform that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have a chance to do that. And that's powerful because most of the time in job or at our own business, small business, we trade time for money. So, you know, we're limited resources, so the income we make is limited. So we get a chance with Jeunesse to leverage the global economy. You know, because Jeunesse is 100 plus countries, we have a chance to expand to all those countries. And building a global network is very powerful because, like, look at all the big companies now, all the social media networking companies such as Facebook, Google, Instagram, Snapchat, all those, they're using our network to make money. Well, the next step is that how each of us individually can make money. You're building a network. When we have a global business, the opportunity to travel is priceless. And you know, it does cost money, but in Jeunesse, you don't have to travel unless you want to. It's not required. For example, you know, this Zoom webinar that we have in USGS, this platform that we use, it enables us to build global business without traveling. That is the next step, the next wave of how to build the business. And when we talk about time freedom, achieving it or not, well, one thing in business, when you have your own, is that there is a difference between owning a business, being self-employed, versus owning a business, just being a business owner. Owning a business, being self-employed, means that you employ yourself to work there to create the business. If you're not there, it doesn't work. Well, you know, the hope is all of us is to be a business owner so that we can achieve some time freedom. And you need a system to do that. And that's what the US global system does. This is a collaboration from hundreds of leaders, if not thousands, around the world to pull together, to agree to build this business together. So that way we can all achieve time freedom. We can build a system. And financial freedom, well, it's on the rise. So there's many thoughts of how to achieve the financial freedom, but through a business that has, you know, huge income potential versus a job that has limited income potential. Well, which way is easier? Which way is more possible? Well, we all know the answer to that. So success. Well, you know, Joanne talked about success being defined differently by each of us. So some people define success by their paycheck or wages, how much they make. Some people define success by title, how big their title is, right? So some people have the title but little pay, or hopefully, you know, if you have a job, you have a lot of pay but a small title or whatever, right? But that's the case. That the recognition of the title is important for some people. Some people divide success at a job by the contribution they make to the company or to society through their job. Or other feel that they have success if they get recognized. So all those things at a job, well, most people define success according to those different descriptions. So what we got to do, we got to do a good job. And how we do that, we got to do our best. So now, as a business owner, it's a little bit different, you know? First of all, as a business owner, we don't make wages, we make profit. Profit is anything above and beyond our expenses or our wages or our costs in our business. So, for example, you know, when we compare paycheck wages versus profit, well, for sure, paycheck or wages is limited, where profit, the potential for making more money, is unlimited. That's the kind of business we want to get in. So definitely, if we have a system, we create that time freedom, financial freedom, and the goal is to have a balanced life. One, you know, we're working toward that. And what we got to do, we got to do the same thing. We got to do our best, do your best. You know, having that commitment, integrity to ourselves and our family. But you know, what if though? What if your best was not enough? Well, as a business owner, because it is your own thing, your vision, your mission is bigger than at a job. Well, we got to do whatever it takes. So, folks, you know, last night I was having dinner with a couple of partners, and we're talking about it, and they're struggling a little bit, or maybe their business is not going as fast. And I just made a point that, you know, we all treat business or making money with different attitude. I mean, there's no right or wrong attitude, but definitely, when I look back at my journey, if I knew I was going to make a lot of money, like what I'm doing today, I would have gotten more serious at the very beginning. If we knew we're going to make a lot of money, why not get more serious? And folks, that's how it is. Let's not look back and look at what we wish we could have done. Let's do it today. Do whatever it takes. So the opportunity. Well, let's compare. In traditional business, we make a big investment, and the bigger the investment, the more risky it is, legally and financially. So we have to pay the rent, employees, whatever overhead to keep the business going, and the return on investment could be very slow. For example, in my business, in my first retail store, I invested about $250,000, and it took me working 7 days a week for 3 years to recoup the initial investment. And I was very lucky because most business fail within the first 1 to 2 years. Well, what you got to do, you know, in traditional business, it's based on your own time and effort. Now, we're limited resources. We're limited because, you know, and it's based on our own resources and network. Again, if we're limited as one per individual, and our network is limited, our time is limited, our resources is limited, our potential to grow is limited. Now, Jeunesse Global is actually upside down because the company itself is responsible for building the infrastructure, the administration, the inventory of products, warehouses, and hiring people all over the world. So for us as independent distributor, all we have to do is make a small investment to get some product to use, and then what else we invest? Well, it's a low-risk business when you make a small financial investment compared to traditional business. Nowadays, one of the most popular franchises business out there is Subway. Well, Subway sandwiches still cost minimum $50,000 to start. Jeunesse is 20 times less than that. It was that for the whole year, or a lot more than 50 times less than that. That's making the biggest investment you could make. But here, the smaller the investment, the lower the risk. You don't have to pay rent. You don't have to sign a lease agreement. You have no employees. We're all business partners. There's no overhead. And it's a quick return on investment because we can make that money fast by putting some effort in. And the point is this. Once you made enough money, your investment back, the rest is what I like to call profit. Okay? Now, so in Jeunesse, here's how we work the business. We work the business by leveraging other people's time and efforts, leveraging other people's resources and network, including ours. So that means it can be unlimited because we can build that massive network. Now, in traditional business, in an organization, you have the president, you have the executives underneath, you have the vice president, you have manager, supervisor, and the people at the bottom. The people at the bottom have a very slim chance to ever make as much as the president. Well, that is how traditional business is run. Well, in Jeunesse, our organization is global. Anybody can build it, and the people at the bottom have a chance to make more money than the people at the top if they're working harder and they build a business bigger than the people at the top. Absolutely. That's how the way I like to look at it, it's actually upside down. If you are going to be active in a business, you need to support your whole team. That's, you lift them up from the bottom. By helping them succeed, you automatically reap the rewards of success. Okay? So here we get to build global, seamless, borderless, unlimited levels in our organization. Now, so we are in the industry of direct selling. Now, Joanne mentioned a little bit of what it is. While direct selling companies sell manufactured direct to consumer or distributors. So in traditional business, we have manufacturer who sell to distributor or an importer exporter. Then they sell to distributor, to wholesaler, then to retail stores, then to customers. So there's a lot of levels down there. And there's a big margin. In direct selling is manufacturer direct to consumer. We are both the consumer and distributor of what Jeunesse, all this high-tech, cutting-edge biotechnology that helps us to stay and or become Generation Young. So this is a whole new concept. It's not only a concept, but a whole movement because we are doing it around the world. It's very, very exciting. And so the margin that normally companies give to those importer, distributor, wholesaler, retail, in Jeunesse, in direct selling, this margin is given to people like you and me who go out work the business. That's where the money comes from. We only make money if somebody buy or sell the product. If no product is bought or sold, nobody use it, nobody make money. That's how it works. So we want to build as big of a distribution network as possible to move the product for people to use and to sell. That's how it works. So how to succeed in Jeunesse? Let's look at traditional business. In traditional business, a traditional network marketing, most of the companies that are established, they're great companies out there, but they're not born in the generation of the internet. So many companies, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 plus years, they based on their whole model, their compensation plan at those times before the internet. And at that time, they were working it like traditional business where a company opened one country at a time. Today, Jeunesse is 100 plus countries. So in traditional, this old guard of network marketing, those big companies, they based on linear income, selling door to door. But we don't have to do that. We build a network, people who use the product, who share and who market the product. Anytime somebody buys or sells, we make money. It's the traditional way. It's slower to build a team. They get more customers than anybody, and and many times once you build it to a certain level of compensation, they take it away from you, and you have to start all over again. And in traditional network marketing, a lot of people they don't like the inventory part because in the old model, the more money you make, the more you're asked to buy by those companies. So, it's a limited market, maybe per city, geographically, by province or country or state. So the income is limited. It's not global. It's a small chance for global business. In Jeunesse, the compensation plan is amazing. We're based on sales, a product, expanding distribution, recruiting customers, and business partners around the world. Leveraging sales and income from our network, earn sales volume, global seamless. Our model is borderless. You can share this opportunity and the products with people in 100 plus countries. There's no border. They can all be in your organization. Our compensation plan is structured to encourage the team to build fast, to work together. No breakaway. Once people come in, they are, as long as they're active, they're in your organization for a lifetime. So that means you can build as big as you want. You choose. For me, I see a huge opportunity. I'm thinking when I look back at my old furniture, I wish my customer would come back every month to buy something, furniture or accessory or whatever. But people don't do that. So there's limited market. When you are in a business with extremely highly consumable product, unique, cutting edge that people use on a daily basis, you know what happened? Well, they buy over and over and over and over again. When I saw this, it made a lot of sense to me. Some of the richest people in the world, they are in the business of highly consumable products. So Jeunesse, we are one of them. We have unique products, cutting edge technology that work. We are very blessed. So also Jeunesse, in Jeunesse, this is an effortless business because the company does all the accounting, all the legal, all the shipping, all the inventory. They manage all the employees, the support staff. They do all the administration. So we are left with just the marketing, the sharing. So for those of you, and I challenge you, if you ever want to be an extremely successful entrepreneur, here's a chance to learn how to do business on a global scale and to learn from people who are proven. I was very fortunate to start the business with my friend Kim Hui and three other people. Now, I would have to say I was the one who never really made money in network marketing, and I was like, well, what am I going to do? Well, the fact is that it's not important what I was going to do. It was more important that I learn from them. I do what they do because they work, they make money, they are proven, and that at the same time, being very grateful for the opportunity, grateful for Randy, Wendy, Scott, and all the amazing corporate staff that Jeunesse has that works overtime just to create a better business on a daily basis. And also my incredible partners and teams around the world and the family of Jeunesse, just learning from so many people around us that we have a better chance to succeed, and I have done that. And I want to share with even more people. Today we're very fortunate because I just told you logically how the business model works. Those are the mechanics of the business model itself, how it's cutting edge, how it's global, and then using this platform that in this vehicle called Jeunesse, we can really have a chance to reach and create the life that we want to reach our dreams. Well, today I want to bring on board this very, very special person. This lady I'd love to share with you. It's her first time in this industry. I met her a little bit more than 6 years ago. And when I first met her, I was very impressed with her background. She went to USC in Los Angeles, which is one of the most famous schools in the US for undergrad. You have to be very smart to get in and also have a background, incredible network at school. But also she has an MBA from the Peter Drucker School. Now, for those of you who don't know who Peter Drucker is, he is one of the thought leaders in Jeunesse. One of the thought leaders in Jeunesse, where she is one of the thought leaders, but Peter Drucker is one of the thought leaders in business. He's extremely famous. He's among the top people in business philosophy and consulting. So she went to his MBA school. So today, after her journey in Jeunesse, she has become one of the top money earners in all of Jeunesse, creating an organization over almost 100 countries around the world. So I'd like to welcome onto the webinar my very dear friend and business partner, Double Diamond Director, Yvonne Yen. Hello, Yvonne. Welcome. Welcome to the webinar.
Hi, Sansan. Hi, all the Jeunesse and USGS family. This is Yvonne. Hello.
Hi, Yvonne. How are you?
I'm doing great. Fabulous.
Let me ask, where on earth are you today?
Let me think. Today I'm actually in Asia. I'm in a very beautiful country in Taipei and Taiwan. And today is very special because I'm not only by myself, I'm actually have my entire family with me during this journey.
Oh, so are you there for business or vacation?
That is a very good question. In fact, I'm here for vacation and for business as well. I don't know when was last time you can find such a great blend of time to spend with family and business partner together.
Oh, excellent. Oh, it's fun, huh? So I know you have a couple girls and your husband. 3 kids in the family. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Calvin. He's probably listening. Okay. Now, folks, I just want to let you know that me and Yvonne, we decided to do this training together. But I think more of a sharing about our journey. But we did not rehearse anything. So this is the real deal. This is just us talking. All right? Uh-oh. Okay. Shh. Okay. Well, anyway, all kidding aside. So, the webinar has gone amazing today. And obviously the opportunity is there. Now, when I first met you, you were extremely successful financial advisor. I mean, you're MDRT, right? For those of you who don't know what MDRT is, it's a $1 million roundtable. And Yvonne, what percentage of financial advisors get on the MDRT?
I think less than 1% or even less.
Okay, don't brag. Okay, so no, but really, seriously, folks, look, Yvonne is one of the sharpest people I've ever met. And now, let me ask you though, when your friend shared with you about Jeunesse, what did you think about it, and why did you join right away? You decided right away like that. What did you think? Why did you join right away?
I think my logic is very simple because that time I did not understand the business fully. But when my friend shared with me that throughout this platform, you will have an opportunity to make money from strangers over the world, I say, wow, that is a powerful statement because as a financial advisor, there's no way I can make money from stranger and not even mention that I can leverage the global economy. So for that one reason, I joined right away. But at that time, I did not understand how big this business can be. But my logic is very simple because the sign-up package is that time I think just slightly over $1,000 US. I say, you know what? I can afford this $1,000. If my friend is right, great. I hop on another maybe a great global opportunity. But even if my friend did not state this opportunity correctly, what if? I say just $1,000. $1,000, I can play stock market. I can go to Las Vegas. So I kind of evaluate the pros and cons. I say that's no brainer. I joined right away. Right away.
Right? But you didn't do anything right away because you went on vacation.
Yeah, actually, I did not. I just simply joined, and I did not even have the opportunity to learn about the inside of this business. And now I look back. Not because I did not have the opportunity, because I choose not to get involved because I thought this is just another network marketing opportunity. So it was until 6 months later after I joined this opportunity, I witnessed the people who joined around the same time as me, they did pretty well. But in the meanwhile, in my financial world, back that time, global recession, I noticed that it become harder and harder for my client to give me investment to manage. So I say, wow, I have a big question mark because at the same city, at the same time, there is a group of individuals who are doing very well, and there's also another group of individuals, they are not doing so well. So there must be a reason, and I'm very curious, so I want to find out why. And that's how I plan to get involved to learn more about this Jeunesse Global opportunity. And I'm glad I did.
Well, so when you first started, now you're very sharp, right? And
okay, not as sharp as you, Uncle Sam.
I think your IQ is probably higher than mine. I'm pretty sure. I would take a test someday. We will compare. Okay, but anyway, so when you first started, what did you think about? Because in the business, we try to teach from our experience. So obviously, at the time, Kim was doing a lot of training. And she's a multimillionaire. What did you think about that? When you hear her talk, when she talk about how to do the business, the mechanics of doing the business, what did you think about that at the beginning? Because it's probably all foreign language, right?
Yeah, I think at the beginning that is the key point. I think in the beginning I really admire you and Kim because you two are very two different individuals that I used to know from the people in this network marketing field, and that's one of the reasons I stay in the game to learn more. So I really appreciate for you and Kim's friendship and your teaching. To be quite frankly, in the beginning I thought. I think somehow in my mind, I know this is a great business, but I still use my logic to evaluate. For examples, one of the foundation for our business is to attend the meetings. But that time, I was not the best student. When you tell me to go to the meeting, I can argue and give you excuses because that time I have not emptied myself to fully embrace this business platform. So in the beginning, I think somehow I know there's something cooking in this business, but I did not embrace right away. So I'm not a good child at that time.
Well, well, you know what? I wouldn't say that because you have your excuses or reasons. Because how old was your youngest daughter at that time? How old was Zoe?
I think less than 1 year. Less than 1 year.
So she's like a newborn, right? I mean, that I understand. You know how I am. I'm kind of a little soft-hearted here and there. But, I remember when Kim asked me, I don't know if you know this, but when Kim asked me, how come, we see Yvonne very serious. How come she doesn't come to a meeting? I said, her husband don't want her to come, and then she's busy with the kid, and she's you know what Kim said? You know what Kim said? Yvonne's very serious. Don't make excuse for her. Sorry about that, Yvonne. but then obviously.
But I appreciate your friendship. You covered me up that time.
I know, but then Kim know I mean that's what I talked about a little bit earlier about how serious about the business. And sometimes even if we're just at the beginning, we're not serious enough. Our attitude toward our team might not be serious enough. So we have to thank Kim for that. Now, you have done amazing. I mean, amazing. Now, I'm not going to do the typical thing and ask you the 3 things that made you double diamond, but let's say because we're going to have a little bit more substance than that tonight. So, in your journey in Jeunesse, and I'll let you, free reign it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In your journey, I mean, diamond, double diamond is crazy money. But, what have you gotten as a whole out of the whole process? Because just tell the folks out there what is the substance, what is the heart of it that you got out of Jeunesse? Because once you made the commitment and where you journey to figure out today.
Wow, I didn't know Samson called me to be on this webinar just less than 2 hours ago. I didn't know you put on such a A+ question, Samson.
Well, you know what? I put that question is because I don't have to be the one to answer it. So go ahead.
Okay. It is really hard for me to put on the words because number one, when I first decided to engage in the business, I really did not know how big this business can be. I mean, that time I'm a financial advisor that time, and I loved to making money. I just enjoy the challenge of being to the next levels. So I know this business will bring you something that is extraordinary compared to the traditional business. But just put the money aside, just put the ranking aside. I did not know. Before when I heard from the great speaker about something can transform your life, I said, what? Is there such things? But indeed, I think not only I am the witness of the Jeunesse journey, I'm also the beneficiary of this journey. And I'm very grateful to you and Kim, because when you hang out with the right crowd, you have your right perspective. I think even though we do the same work day in and day out, but when you are with the right crowd, you have the right perspective. I think that the reward is way above and beyond the imaginations. So, for examples, and now I look back to my life back in the corporate world or back when I owned my financial practice. I still work as hard as before. I'm a workaholic. So, but I think the feedback, the lesson, give you an example. In this business, you are very blessed to have someone who guides you. Not only one person, but multiple fellow friends and peers around the world. It just opened your horizon. Before I work in downtown Los Angeles, I thought I was a big shot. Oh boy, when you put yourself in the global USGS family, you would realize, we are just one individual. We are just a frog in the whale. To me that time. So now, just by putting yourself, truly open your heart, embrace these platforms, it just open your horizon. You get to see the world. You get to meet different part of the individuals, and you also get a chance to refine, retune the thinking, the thoughts. So, in one sentence, you will get a chance to be a better person. And of course, this is always an ongoing lesson, ongoing work. So that would be my response.
So is one type of better person, would you say, is being a mom? I see you and the girls all the time, and Calvin all the time, because you retired from his IT job.
Yes,
what a
he's
story.
on the webinar today.
Oh, huh? He's what?
He's watching.
Oh, hi, Calvin. But, now he has a different life, involved in investment, and IT is his hobby. But as a mother, because, we were talking earlier, when you first started Jeunesse, Zoe was Your youngest daughter was less than a year old, and your older one was Chloe was what?
4 years old.
4 years old.
Yeah.
So how did you manage all that, or what did you have to think to get Jeanette's business working when you still have the family? What were you thinking?
I think you mentioned it very early in the beginnings. Before, in the beginning, when Kim or you want me to go to the meeting, I mean, I use my children as an excuse, you know, and it's a perfect, beautiful excuse. You know, I have to take care of my kids, and that time my husband worked very far away from home. I mean, he went to office 2 times a week. So during the days when he has to work, he probably came home after 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. So I can have the perfect excuse not to attend the meetings. But when I decide to fully engage in the business, I put my eyes, my focus at the business. I would do whatever it takes to make it work. And I give you an example. A lot of time people see the glory about being a diamond. And let me just walk you back about my life before I become a qualified sapphire or I become a rubies. Okay. You know, in Los Angeles, we have a business opportunity meeting. I believe that time was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. So once I decide, I say yes to Kim, and you say, you know, I will committed to attend the meeting, rain or shine. So on Monday, for example, that was the day that my husband has to go work. So the meeting started at 7:30 p.m. So around 5 o'clock, I have to go pick up my 2 daughters from school. And I have to send them to my mom's house, who lives about 10 minutes away from my house. I have to give them a shower. I have to feed them. And around an hour of time, believe it or not, I can try to do all those in 1 hour, super mom. And I will get myself wet because I give a shower to my kids. Then I have to leave my kids with my mom. And I will go home, take a shower, change, and drive about 40 minutes to work. And after my husband got off the work around, 6, 7 p.m., drive another an hour, will pick up my kids and take them home. So I have been doing that many, many months or many, many years. So, I mean, that time, I do not think it is hard. You know, surprisingly, now even when I describe it, I say, oh my God, I can't believe I did all those. But I think the answer is because during that time, I only have my eyes on the goals. I want to make it work. So even though with the same conditions, same children, same environment, I would try to make it work compared to before. You know, instead of try to make it work, use the same situation as an excuse. So I just want to tell people, you know, no matter, everyone has their own issue. You know, doesn't matter you are single, you have a family, doesn't matter you have support or not. I think when we really want to make it work, we'll find a way. And when you do it out of your passions, you will not find it as a torture or as a difficulty. You just slide through it. I mean, you know, a blink of eyes in 5-6 years, look at where we are today. You know, I can take my children travel around the world. So I think, as Kim says, success must be paid upfront and in full. So I think I'm very blessed to make that decision to choose to pay the price upfront and in full.
Well, you know, you're definitely an incredible example of it. You know, when you just hearing about, you know, your routine there, how many times a week, I'm out of breath. So but nowadays, you know, like, you know, Calvin's home, you know, he's home all the time, right? Is he home all the time? He is home all the time.
That's one of the side effects. Don't retire your spouse. You get to see him all the time at home.
Oh, okay. But then he's there for the girls, and you're there for the girls. It's a totally different lifestyle. So can you describe to us now what's a typical day now compared to what it was, right?
Wow. Well, you know what? This is a very good question, Sensen.
I mean, this is folks. For those of you out there, Yvonne has never done this before ever. So what's a typical day? This is a little secret.
Well, I think after when I don't travel, I'm at home. In the morning, of course, you know, I have a very good husband. He would take care of the kids, you know, make breakfast and send them to school. But after I come back from the trip, I always try to make time for my children. So because I want them to see me. So this kind of a balance. When I'm away, my husband would take care of the children. But right after I come back from the business trip, I will make myself up in the morning and send them to the kids because my girls want their mommy. So long story short, after I send them to school, if we have time, we will go out to have a breakfast. And I have a good story for you guys. One day, we feel like eating dim sum, Cantonese breakfast in the mornings. So we drove to a neighborhood in about 30 minutes. When you don't work, you can afford to drive 30 minutes to have a breakfast. So, it's during the weekday because kids are in school. So when we walk into that dim sum Hong Kong restaurant, and I say to my husband, I say, you know what? Something is funny here. He said, what? I said, how come all the old senior citizens are at the restaurant? We are the youngest group. And my husband looked at me, he said, of course, during the weekdays, all the young individuals are at work. And I at that moment, I said, I got it. Not bad. I don't mind to enjoy my retirement life 40 years earlier. So, if we have time, we have a breakfast. And during the day, I would do meetings, but at my own schedule. That's what I love about the business. When I look at my calendar, for example, my children have extracurricular activities. I will mark that on my calendars so I can have a say right now. One thing I love this business is when you work hard, you have paid the dues, you get to decide who you want to spend time with, where you want to spend time with. So I will arrange my meeting with the teams around my schedules. And then 3 o'clock, I pick up the kids and spend some quality time with them. So in LA, I think from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. would be the busiest time for me because I have the 2 girls with me. So that's it. I have a very simple lifestyle, but even with that simplicities involved, I think is priceless. And not so many people in today's world can get a chance to enjoy the simple life that we have. So I'm very grateful to this opportunity, and I'm grateful to you and Kim.
So let me ask you. So would you say that you have a balanced lifestyle now? Can you say that?
I don't know. I heard one speaker say it, and I'm gonna borrow that line. In life, there's never be a such terminology called balance. You cannot balance because you are constantly in the movement all the time. And there's also different level of definition about balance. Am I in a perfect shape? Of course not, because we are human. But I would say is look upon my lifestyle today. I get to choose when to go, where to go, what to do. I think that is a pretty darn good definition of balance to me. I'm happy with that. But we are always on the ongoing process to enrich our life. But I'm not sure if I truly want that balance because balance to me is like static. It's like in still, you don't move. But we are constantly move, and I enjoy the movement. I enjoy, 10 days ago, yesterday I talked to my children. I said, 10 days ago, just look at it. 10 days ago, we are in Switzerland. We're in the Diamonds incentive trips hosted by Genius Globals. And now we are in Asia. And tomorrow, we are hopping on the plane to go to Kenya. Are we balanced? We are constantly in the fast-paced schedule. I won't call it as a balance, but I will call it as a very beautiful pictures for a family.
Nice. I like that. And it just comes to mind that, I have a couple of kids, you have a couple of kids, but just the life, I mean, it's not only a business, it's a way of life. And Jeunesse is an amazing vehicle that we hop on. And it's like living a dream, isn't it? It's too good to be true.
Too good, but it is true if you choose to believe it and you choose to work for it.
Well, wow, that's good. I like that. Now, so now to wrap it up, what would you say to the folks out there about this opportunity or what it can do for them? What would you say? What is something that you can encourage them out there?
You want me to do Yvonne's style?
Yeah, absolutely. Direct is best. We are the real thing.
For those of you who are watching the webinar, hearing the stories, over the world, my simple question to you is, what are you still waiting for? What are you waiting for? You got the two beautiful story, real people being authentic, sharing their story. What else you are waiting for? If you want it, just move our butt and get to work. Because I rather work hard, have an imbalanced life for 2 to 3 years. Let's say if you want to do it slow, 5 years. But I want to have the rest of my life balanced. At least I can choose to do whatever I want without much restriction. But what if we choose not to grab this opportunity? My question to you is, do you see any better opportunity out there? If there is, I encourage you to go grab it. It's not about gymnastics. It's not about taking on this business opportunity or not. It's just about, do you really want a change? Do you want to be at a better place a year or 2 years from now? But I just cannot find any other better vehicles that can help you to get there sooner and being a better person. So just trust your gut, trust your instincts. Give your full engagements just once. Do it once, not twice. Do it once. If you don't like it, you can always go back. But I challenge you, once you truly, truly embrace the work style, the lifestyle of this beautiful platform, you will never, ever want to go back. So give yourself a chance to experience the beautiful platform so that you can travel with us, you can see what we see, and we can go out there to making a bigger impact to more people. So that's my version of quick advice to all the friends around the world.
All right, good job, virtual five.
High five.
Okay, I could not have said it any better. Well, thank you for your time. I mean, I know you're busy with the kids, so it's morning in Taiwan. You probably have a whole day planned with them or with your family. So congratulations, and I will see you very soon after Kenya. I will see you in Indonesia and then Hong Kong. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, so travel safe with the family. Okay.
I will. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, Yvonne. Folks, I mean, you've heard it. Yvonne is somebody who has achieved the freedom. And what it all started just, 6 years ago. Things change. I mean, if you think about where you were 6 years ago and where she is today, well, you know what? If you want it, like Yvonne said, want to change, just grab it. This is what it's about. It's not about genetics. It's about you. You, what you want for your family and yourself or whatever else passion you have. She's living it. Her family's living it, bringing even more of amazing life to her kids and passing it forward to thousands of people around the world. I mean, that's I guess, in a way, to sum it up, that's the reason why you see us so excited. You see Joanne and everybody sharing that they're so excited because this is the real deal. So folks, I don't need to say much more. I would encourage you to get back with the person who put you on this webinar. If you're not working it yet, you know what? Get started, make that change, make that shift in your life, and start something new to get to where you want to be. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So thank you very much. This is Samson Lee signing off from Los Angeles. I look forward to meeting and seeing, working with every single one of you out there. Have an amazing day. You deserve it. Thank you very much.
If you see something for yourself, get back to the person who shared this video with you. And don't forget to subscribe to the official USGS YouTube channel to receive future videos.